Toys are one of the most important part of our childhood, from owning little toy cars, board games, plushies, etc. But imagine growing up having the chance to own banned toys, like the Elmo Knows Your Name doll that sends death threats, or a snack-time Cabbage Patch kid. Hello everybody and welcome back to Creepshow. Today I would like to present to you disturbing kids' toys that got banned. The Snack Time Kid was released by Macleod back in 1996, just in time for the Christmas season. The idea was that children would be able to feed the doll pretend food. Kids could feed their doll a variety of plastic snacks which could be removed from inside the doll and reused again. But one problem. The jaws on the toys were pretty powerful, and they'd only stop chewing once they'd finish eating. So if a child happened to get their fingers or hair near the toy's mouth, they'd struggle to get the doll to stop trying to eat them. One parent even had to cut her daughter's hair to free her from her snack time doll. In 1997, Macleod pulled the toy and offered a return to anyone who had purchased one.
Cabbage Patch dolls. They come with registered names. Maybe one in Griffith, Indiana was named Chucky. The Cabbage Patch Snack Time Kids doll is designed to chew automatically when fed plastic French fries. Well, this particular doll began munching on 7-year-old Sarah Stevens' hair, right up to the scalp. It happened, ironically, at a hair salon. The owner tried to free the little girl from the jaws of her doll.
First thing I did was, after I got the battery, I had to see if I could, push a button or something, a lever, and pull the hair back through. But as the hair went in, it intertwined into the gear, and then you couldn't get it out.
Ooh, ow. The only way to untangle Sarah's hair was to spend an hour taking the doll completely apart. Its maker says there have been no complaints about safety, and Sarah wants another one.
Back in May of 2006, Hasbro received a flurry of complaints following the new release of the Easy Bake Oven. The toy manufacturer received reports of about 29 or even more children getting their hands or fingers stuck in the oven's door. And later on, there were more reports of serious burns. Hasbro had replaced the 2006 model with another model that included a plastic grate over the door, but there were more problems still persisted. A further of 249 reports were lodged, 77 which concerned burns. Worse still, 16 of these were second or third degree burns. One 5-year-old girl had to have part of her finger amputated because of the damage caused by the oven burn was so severe. After Hasbro learned of this particular incident, they issued a recall for a staggering 985,000 Easy Bake Ovens. Clackers were a popular toy in the late 1960s and early 1970s. The premise of this toy was simple. You just had to knock the two plastic balls together as quickly as possible. As the objects were heavy and made of tough acrylic plastic, it quickly became apparent that the toy was something of a safety hazard. While it was fairly common to accidentally bruise oneself if your hand got in the way of an oncoming ball, but that wasn't the real danger with clackers. As kids moved the balls faster and faster, they would occasionally shatter on impact, showering shards of plastic everywhere. Exploding clackers posed a huge risk for blindness, as it was very easy for the sharp nose-like plastic to fly into children's eyes. It's crazy to believe that this toy actually caused a number of injuries before being banned in the US back then in 1985. A simple but effective toy. Slap bracelets were all the rage in school playgrounds in the 90s. The premise was simple. You would just slap the magnetic bracelet onto a friend's wrist or your own. However, problems soon arose when cheaper, lower quality slap bracelets that were prone to breaking hit the market. Slap bracelets were made of a flat strip of metal coated in a colorful fabric, but some of the cheap knockoffs used poor quality fabric that the metal strip could rip through. One unlucky 4-year-old girl cut her fingers on one of these knockoff bracelets, prompting several schools to ban them. These bracelets were being slapped around necks as well as wrists, banning them from playgrounds. Shockingly, the 2007 CBS licensed toy CSI fingerprint examination kit featured powder that contained 5% asbestos. The Asbestos Disease Awareness Organization filed a civil action back in 2008 once they were made aware of the danger. Tremolite asbestos, one of the most lethal forms of asbestos, was found in the toy's fingerprint dusting powder. Fortunately, no children or parents were harmed at the time. Soon enough, the toy manufacturers were forced to stop production and sale of the kit immediately. Elmo Knows Your Name is a Sesame Street talking electronic plush toy made in 2005 by Fisher-Price. This Elmo doll is capable of saying 100 personalized phrases and sentences. But in February 2008, after replacing the battery of an Elmo Knows Your Name stuffed toy, the mother of a 2-year-old James Bowen claimed that it suddenly started saying "Kill James." Melissa Bowman from Lithia, Florida reported, "It's not something that really you would think of would actually come out of a toy. But once I heard it, I was just kind of distraught." But later on, the manufacturer would get a replacement doll. But just imagine having this Elmo doll and your 2-year-old repeating, "Kill James, kill James." Not a pretty image.
Kill James?
You've heard of Tickle Me Elmo, but how about Death Threat Elmo? That's what a Tampa area boy now has. James Bowman loves Elmo, and his mom thought getting him the high-tech toy, which hooks up to a computer to learn phrases and the child's name, would be a great gift. But when Melissa Bowman changed the batteries earlier this week, Elmo began making the threat.
It's not something that really you would think that would ever come out of a toy, but once I heard it, I was kind of distraught.
Kill James?
Right now, the toy is off limits since James has begun repeating what Elmo says. Meanwhile, Fisher-Price, the maker of the toy, will give the Bowmans a voucher for a new doll and will investigate the problem.
Kill James?
Burger King began giving out a seemingly harmless Pokemon ball toy with their kids' meal towards the end of 1999. The Burger King Pokemon ball would open up to reveal a small plastic Pokemon toy inside. It wasn't the toys themselves which posed a problem, instead the issue lay with the balls that concealed the toys. Tragically, a 13-month-old girl and 4-month-old boy both suffocated to death when one half of these plastic balls became suctioned onto their faces and returned them unable to breathe. Another young girl was almost killed in the same way, but was luckily saved when her father pulled the toy off her face. The fast food chain was later on sued by the parents of the 13-month girl, who tragically died. The two parties went on to reach a settlement out of court. And that was it for today's video. Feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me. I post new videos every week at 5 p.m. This was Creepshow, and I wish you all a good scare.